Hi guys, my name is Crystal. Welcome to my YouTube channel. And I did a video last night and just talking about my feelings, and it helps me and it can help other people going through the same similar thing. So I'm in my flat on my own. Alexa, what's the time please?
It's 9:30 p.m.
What's the date? Alexa, what's the date today?
Today is Wednesday, the 2nd of July.
Alexa, which country are we in?
I'm not quite sure how to help you with that.
Well, we're in Rochester, England. There's a Rochester in Australia and there's a Rochester in the USA. This is Rochester in the United Kingdom. I'm English. I was born in the UK. I was born in Lewisham, London. I grew up in Sydenham, London till I was 16, and then I moved to Medway because my dad, Derek, wanted to come down here in 1985, and then I stayed for 2 years, and then in 1987 I moved up to Gloucestershire, and then in 2008 several things happened. I wouldn't say 2008 was the worst year of my life. The worst year of my life was 2006 because I nearly died. I was left for dead. It's the worst thing I've ever experienced in my life, and that was the worst year of my life. And you know that nobody helps me, right? Nobody helps me. The police don't help me. Doctors don't help me. Social services don't help me. Well, in Gloucestershire in 2006, I suffered what I believe was a poisoning. I don't know whether it was drugs. I don't know if it was a corrosive poison. But I collapsed on the floor and I went to bed holding my baby, thinking that I wasn't going to wake up in the morning. And when I got up in the morning, because I knew that no one was going to help me. No one was going to help me, and I was alone with my baby thinking I was going to die and not wake up the next morning. Right? It's hard for me to talk about because it's like a long time ago now. Obviously, it burnt down here. It's possibly why I've got a lump in my neck. Burnt, I swallowed something, went down my throat and burnt all inside my throat. And I struggled to eat for about 6 months afterwards. I could only eat soft food like jelly and ice cream. And I went to emergency doctors and they treated me like a mental patient. They treated me like I was mental. So instead of giving me treatment for poisoning, they basically treated me like I was a mental patient and gave me diazepam and sent me on my way. I took the diazepam and I couldn't wake up properly. Well, I went to sleep and I couldn't get up properly and look after my baby. So I escaped Gloucestershire. I got out of there. I got away from all that because I was convinced someone was trying to kill me. Right? So I got out of the way. I came down here, but it's not as bad as that, but nobody helps me still. They treat me like a mental patient. They won't, mixing me up with my mother on purpose to hide abuse. And it's been going on since 2004, and it reached its peak in 2008 when I was almost died. In 2004 I met a man that lived about 5-10 minutes away from Buckingham Palace, and I went up to London to live with him for a couple of months, and he turned out to be weird. And his son is now in prison his son is in prison now. I believe his son is in prison. And they were involved. There's an American element to this. There is USA, because him and his son had American money. They had dollars in their flats and stuff like that. There's a lot to this story. Anyway, let's come away from that. But you've got to understand there's a lot to this, and it's more than just Great Britain, and it's a big, massive worldwide conspiracy, and I don't know why, but it is. So if we go back to this evening, right, I kept asking Alexa what the temperature was, and she said 24 degrees. And when I came back last night, the neighbours next door started picking on me. Their dogs the dog was barking like that at the balcony, and it made me jump. And I rang my mother up last night because I was really upset. And I'm not ringing my mother up because she just stirs it up, and the abuse to myself gets worse every time she calls. It gets worse. So I've not spoken to her today or listened to any of her voicemails, because the abuse to myself gets worse. She refuses to call me Crystal. She keeps calling me by a name that I changed years ago, and I just, that life is gone. I don't live with that name anymore. So I thought, right, I'm going to go out at my normal time, which is between 7 and 8. So it got to 10 to 7, and I've been watching Mr. UK TikTok official's videos for most of the day. He's been outside Wimbledon. He was talking about the royal family. Perhaps he was expecting to meet Charles and Camilla. I didn't see anyone famous. I didn't recognise anybody. He keeps mentioning like American actresses, and I've not seen anyone. They just all look like ordinary people to me. And I saw the back of Cliff Richard. I didn't see his face. I saw a man in the back of him. I didn't see Cliff Richard's face. So I've been watching Mr. UK TikTok's videos on and off for the past, since he went to Wimbledon, was it Monday? So I've been in there supporting his live for 3 days now, and he's going up to Wimbledon for Thursday and Friday as well, all week. And I listen to what he says and everything I do, and I'm watching. And there's rumours going around that Mr. UK TikTok official is, I'm not being nasty and I don't like to say the word, a paedophile. I don't know how it's being said, but it's been spread about that Mr. UK TikTok official is a paedophile. And there's a video hovering about with a girl saying that like she didn't feel safe with him. I don't know whether it's true or not. I'm just saying what somebody sent me. They sent me a link to a video saying that Mr. UK TikTok official was a paedophile. Why do you support him? How can you support this guy? Because I got a link to a video which I watched. That was yesterday. Today I got up and he was live this morning, and then he went off, and I took Max out for a walk this morning, and I've taken Max out for a walk this afternoon, and I haven't been in his live stream like for long periods of time, because I don't want to get brainwashed. Do you know what I mean? When people keep saying things, do this, do that, I don't want to get brainwashed. So I just go in for a little bit, then I come out. I took my dog out at 6:53, 6:53. Sorry, 6:53. And it was still hot. It was like 24 degrees, but I didn't want to go out late at night because the neighbour's dog frightened the shit out of me last night, and I got all agitated and started getting all het up. So I walked up onto the field, and there's a lot of car number plates with CLA on, CLA, and Mr. UK TikTok live streams with Chelsea Liart sometimes. Now Chelsea Liart, somebody has exposed where she's living, so it doesn't matter if I say it. She lived in like an expensive part of London, like Pimlico, and she had trouble with trolls like me, and she ended up in a penthouse flat in Oxford, which is being rented out at £2,900 a month. And there's no way possibly on this earth that I could ever afford to rent a property like that. I'm on benefits. So there are several cars down where I live in Rochester with the initials CLA, Chelsea Liart, right? And I've been going into Mr. TikTok UK's live stream. I've also seen Chelsea Liart go live in Oxford, and they've been live streaming together. And Chelsea Liart's behaviour, she smokes weed, she smokes the ganja. She's been like stripping her clothes off, opening her legs and saying the most disgusting things, and I do not speak like that, and I've never been an ex-prostitute in my life. Chelsea Liart has professed to touting for business years back. So one of the, I make jokes, I wear shorts, but I don't really go around, sitting with my legs open and showing my boobs. And Chelsea Liart, she's bigger than me, she can well defend herself, and she's got a bigger mouth than me, she's a bigger woman, and I'm sure she could defend herself, whereas I'm a tiny, and a lot smaller in stature and size. So I don't know what these guys are doing down here, but when I walked onto the field, there was a skinny CLA lookalike, and that is her nickname, CLA, Chelsea Liart, CLA, CLA. And there's about 3 or 4 cars with CLA as the number plate, and are you telling me that's not done on purpose? There's one outside my flat now, my flat, with the initials, a white car with the initials CLA. Right? Does someone want me to get hurt? Is that what they want? So I've been hurt enough, I've been abused enough by men in the past, and I didn't dress like a slut, and I wasn't a prostitute, I was a woman escaping domestic violence, and I was abused in safe houses. I'm nothing like CLA. I'm nothing like her at all. So I went onto the field, and there's this really thin replica of CLA art. And CLA art has been blonde. I've never dyed my hair blonde. She's been blonde, brunette, all sorts. Different hairstyles, everything. So I passed the CLA lookalike, who was a lot thinner than CLA. And believe you me, I'm not huge. Walked onto the field, and there was 2 black, like a teenage boy and his brother on bicycles, and the teenage lad must have been smoking weed. And as I was walking around the field, it was going up my nose, and it makes me feel ill, and it makes me feel giddy, and something could happen to me. That makes you vulnerable. So I was walking around that field, like wondering if I was going to fall over, but like mentally saying to myself, like, just carry on as much as you can. And like, if I had to call someone for help, I would have had to have done so, because the amount of weed that was on that field that I was inhaling was terrible. So I came off the field, and this guy was coming onto the field, and I stayed well back and let him go that way, because I have been raped in the past, more than once. And it does make you afraid when you see people, women as well, because there's women involved in this abuse. It's not just men, it's the women helping these men to abuse me by giving them money to do so, and mobile phones. And Chelsea's got a lot of money. She's actually spoken in a video that she's earned £50,000 in a week on TikTok. £50,000. That's big money. So that's how is she affording to rent a £2,900 penthouse flat in Oxford? So I came off the field. I was all dizzy and disorientated because weed just gets into my head, gives me a headache and makes me feel ill. I managed to get home, and I came up the stairs. There was a parcel, and people have keep bashing and breaking my parcels, and the contents inside them is obviously broken. So this has been replaced. So every time they break a parcel, kick it, bash it, whatever they're doing to it, I've got my fan replaced, because the fan that arrived, the mini tower fan, was broken inside, and it's dangerous. It was firing out bits of plastic at me. Because someone had broken it. So I'm going to take this fan out now. That is complete. Hazel brought that fan to me in the lift the other week, and it was rattling. She gave me a battered parcel. It's got the charging lead as well, and this is what I got. Para, is that Welsh? Because I've been learning, sorry. Yeah, I've been learning Welsh. It's in Welsh. Alexa, what does para mean in Welsh?
Para in English is per.
Alexa, what does kaja mean?
Sorry, I didn't catch that.
Anyway,
what would you like me to define?
I've been learning Welsh. I can go into my Duolingo, but I haven't got that long on the video to explain everything. So let me quickly go into Duolingo, and I'm learning Welsh, and it's really freaky what's going on here.
Sorry, I didn't understand the question I heard.
Sorry, I'm not talking to you, Alexa. I wasn't saying anything to you. I didn't say Alexa, did I? So I'll just quickly get into Welsh, but Prynu.
Mwynhau. Bachgen.
Bachgen is a boy.
Cig. Mwynhau. Prynu. Mwynhau.
I like yoga. Yoga is there she say it. Anyway, it's partly Welsh. I don't know what language that is in the box, but I was just learning the word para in Welsh. So my fan was on the floor downstairs. Again, they're not ringing the buzzer and telling me that I've got a parcel, right? They're not telling me. Yeah, I've got the window open in my flats, and weed smoke comes through the flats, and sometimes I can't even remember what I've just said. Comes flying through the window in the heat. A lot of people suffer from it, being stoned as fuck because you leave the windows open in the heat and your neighbours are smoking weed. So I sometimes forget what I'm saying. And it's not a mental health impediment, it's the fact that I can't, you know, the weed has stoned my brain that I'm inhaling through the window, and my dog spends half its time, even in winter, led out because it's stoned as fuck as well. No one listens to me and no one cares, and I'm tired of feeling invisible. I'm just used and susceptible to being attacked on the field like that Charlie coming up to me stoned as fuck. And this was going on at my other block of flats, being stoned as fuck and nearly falling down the stairs, and men approaching me by the dustbin. Right, I'm sick of it. I keep myself to myself. I set an alarm off. I said I scream. So I came in and I've been following Mr. TikTok UK official, and I went into his live stream and he went, drillers, that's the name of the people that follow him, drillers. He went, drillers, go over to Aloha Peanut or something. I've put the videos on my YouTube. She's talking about me. So I went over to this Aloha something Peanut, American channel on TikTok, talking about the Puff Diddy trial. And what did Puff Diddy do, or whatever's going on. So I went over to this channel on TikTok, and this American woman is eating. She's eating like a baguette. She's eating. It's all to do with food and stuff in your face. She's eating, this American presenter. And Mr. TikTok is gifting her roses. It's coming up, Mr. UK TikTok. And he's giving this woman a load of roses. And all I can see in the comments, I saw David was coming up. They were talking about someone called David in the comments. And it came up, Mr. UK TikTok official is a pedo. He's a predator. Oh my God. I thought, what the hell? Why is everybody saying this guy is a pedo? Yet he's got 200,000 likes on his live stream, and he's got loads of followers. Why are people calling him a paedophile? And his brother's was recently beaten up to a pulp, and he's got blonde hair like Mr. TikTok. And his brother was beaten up by 3 men in masks. And there's a video of Mr. UK TikTok official's brother really, really badly beaten up, like to a pulp, by 3 masked guys in London. And his brother said, well, I think that whoever did it thought that I was Mr. UK TikTok official. So I don't know what to do. I've got 3 or 4 people telling me that Mr. UK TikTok official is a predator, a paedophile. Why am I supporting him? So I just don't know what to do. I don't know what to say, and I don't know what to do, because I don't know the guy's history. I don't know him personally. But I've just recently been getting my parcels bashed up and broken by unknown persons. anyway, I came out of the live stream and this Australian guy starts talking to me, and I start remembering what happened to me up in Gloucestershire, and it's really upset me because it's distressing. I was almost murdered. And I just can't understand why nobody's helping me. And I feel like I'm being manipulated like a puppet and controlled in a controlled environment. Because this is a fucking area that is full of flats. We must have thousands of people down here now, thousands. Yet when I go out, including into the co-op, up the road, to anywhere, it seems like the people are put there. Literally, you would be seeing hundreds of people down here, hundreds coming off the fucking train, tourists. It's major attractions, yeah, but when I go out, there's like one person on the field. It's just not right, and it happened in Gloucestershire as well. It feels like I'm living in a controlled environment. Like I don't know what's going on. And we've got my mother ringing me up 4 times a day. And yesterday, she said, "Where are you?" She said to me, because I was talking on the balcony because the neighbour's dog frightened the fucking shit out of me. So I wanted to see people. I feel isolated in here on my own. And my mother's going, "You don't sound like you're in your flat, you sound like you're outside." Yeah, but she's relaying information back to people that could be dangerous and harm me. I've told you, when I've gone up there, she tells the taxi drivers, "This is da-da-da." The name she had was da-da-da before that. She's da-da-da years old and she lives da-da-da. She shouts out my address down the street. That's why I don't have anything to do with her. And yesterday she's saying, "Where are you? Where are you?" I said, "I'm at home." And that's when they started to make noise next door. After I said to her, "I'm at home," they started banging the bloody wall. She's definitely got something to do with it. And she definitely had something to do with what happened to me in Gloucestershire as well. And we're talking doctors as well. Doctors prescribing medication that nearly killed me up in bloody Gloucestershire. This, prescribing me heart pills, and I collapsed on the floor with palpitations. And then they tried to tell me, "Oh, it's your mental health. Light some candles, lie back." And my heart was palpitating like fuck. It was nothing to do with anxiety. I swear to God, it's got something to do with drugs. You know that almost every crime has got something to do with drugs. So I've got the feeling that somebody is smoking something funny and it's coming through the window. And you can hear people outside, you can hear them. You can hear them. And I have inhaled a load of weed and you can hear all voices outside. So I've bolted my door. I've got people asking me, do I live alone? And I feel all like, yeah, I can't get any help. I can't get out of here and I can't get any help. And I'm getting all these messages on my TikTok. I am a woman. And I went into Mr. UK TikTok's official. I didn't know his background history. I was a person just going into his. It's all over the place. Mr. UK TikTok officials this. They're taking the mickey out of him. So they know who these people were that attacked me. So one of them was called Rob. So I'm getting correspondence from a Robert Kin. They know what they're doing. Smiling face. Got a picture of Santa Claus. Why would you send somebody that? You know, with straight teeth and a Santa Claus. They're absolutely mad. How are you doing? Nice to meet you. Hello. I'm a widower. I lost my wife through polycystic kidney disease 5 years ago. I'm not lying. They're absolutely insane. Apparently this is his 2 daughters. Those are his 2 daughters. He sent me a video of his 2 daughters. Lord, have you forgotten me? He's playing in the background and he sent me pictures of 2 random women he doesn't even know because he's stolen their profiles. This is a nutter.